If you wonder why my videos always start this way, it's because I have my OBS on my screen off to the side here, and I have to watch it enough and check over here to make sure that it continues to record, because sometimes, for whatever reason, it stops recording. So if you see me looking to the side here, often that's what's going on. Anyway, this is Iron Bill, and I'm back with another video. Tonight's video is about Gambit. Now, I had two purposes for doing this. I'm going to go ahead and run the beautiful bean footage in the background as I do this. And we're still recording. All right, good. Anyway, the reason I'm doing this tonight, obviously I need my +1 pinnacle, but then, you know, I was peeling through my seals, and I really am not a seal chaser, in that I've only up till tonight finished 2 out of all of them that are available, and I couldn't even tell you how many there are. It's not like they're terribly difficult to do. It's just I'm not that interested in it. Anyway, as the content is beginning to kind of slow down here a little bit, and I'm getting near the power max level, I was just kind of looking around for something a little bit different to do. And I thought, well, you know what? Let's just see what the Dredgen has. And I was 9 out of 10 for Dredgen as it was. And the only thing I needed to do was to get a Gambit win while using all Gambit weapons. So I thought, that's easy. Slapped on a Night Watch, a Trust, and a 21% Delirium. Now, I'll admit, I had the thought at the time, okay, I know Trust is a Gambit weapon because you can get it from the vendor, and 21% Delirium is a Gambit quest weapon, so I assume that would count. Night Watch is really a Reckoning weapon. And Reckoning Gambit, I thought, well, that's off the same tree. It'll be okay. It's not okay. It didn't work. So we clobbered that team the first match, and I didn't get it. And I thought, oh no, you know. So really, I'm going to have to make sure I go strictly off the Gambit list. So what does that look like? Well, I put on Bygones, Trust, and Bad Omens. Now, what attributes they had really don't matter. In fact, these were just a couple guns I'd thrown in the vault because they're being sunset, and I kind of thought, well, you know, there's really not a whole lot of reason to get too worried about that. I'm just going to go ahead and you know, leave them in there, and we'll see what happens. Maybe use them for Crucible once in a while, but beyond that, not going to worry about them too much because it's time to move on. So I had a 960 Bygones, and I think my Trust might have been 1,000, 1,025. So I had to boost them up. Fortunately, I have a lot of stuff in the vault I need to get rid of anyway. And yeah, so I was able to go ahead and take those up. So here we are. We're in Gambit here, and we are in the middle of the first of our matches. I get killed here, but I committed to the boss, and what disturbed me about that a little bit, and this is what happens whenever you solo queue, is you never know if people are going to follow in. We had that boss almost dead, and I put a well right at his feet, and all anyone with a sword had to do was follow me in. That's all they had to do. And I really don't have a heavy to combat this guy, and unless my team is going to coordinate better than they did, and he took him out of the sword of all things, so I know they had swords with him. Anyway, unless they're going to coordinate, we're going to get hammered anyway. So I'm thinking, all right, we're going to wind up losing this because they didn't chase me in there when I put the well right at his feet. It was a perfect opportunity. So I just don't, I'm carrying a rocket launcher, and I can't shoot him with a rocket launcher because it's going to kill me. You know, if if it's going to be the last shot, yeah, maybe I can do that. But it was not a situation that was optimal for me. So anyway, I tried to be the team player for that round. Didn't work out real well, but we did manage to pull them down. So here we're getting ready for our second match. I don't know what you want to call it. Round of the match? Yeah, let's call it that. I have no heavy. This Bad Omens is just as likely to kill me as I am anyone else. And another reason why that was sitting in the vault is, in my opinion, rocket launchers just, for the most part, just don't figure into the calculus. I mean, they do really ad clearing, and it's, you know, I would have people argue they're good boss TPS. I don't think so. I don't think so at all. I mean, about anything's better than that. The only thing I would say is that it's probably better than a sword on the Garden of Salvation boss, but beyond that, I would go with a sword or Xenophage any day of the week over that. Now, my teammate had members that tended to die a lot on this particular match. First match, I mean, we were dominant. I mean, we just crushed. Second match, you know, we were competitive, but we got beat. This team, you know, it wound up being closer than it needed to be honest. And I think we just had people overcommitting to situations. I'm going to make sure that I get the heavy ammo when I get the opportunity. And because you don't know what your drops are going to be on this, and whether you're going to get more from killing ads, or, you know, basically you have to get the pickups. So I'm trying to keep our bank open, and I put a boss spec on this, or not a boss, but a major spec on this Bygones, and it's not terrible. It's 25, and I'm grinding him down. Finally, this guy with 15 runs right up to him. Look at that. Drops me some heavy, though. Yeah. I don't know about that move. All right, so I think we get an invader go in just a little bit at near this point. And Bygones actually was pretty good for this, but he did toss the super into it, so that made my job a lot easier. The thing about Bygones is it's a good all-rounder. I mean, people joke that it's a dad gun, but it really is easy to use. And I probably ought to dig it out and play it, especially with Iron Banner coming back next week. I felt like I was a little bit weak there. We had an invader. I didn't really want to lose the motes that I had. I'm holding, 3? Not a big deal, but we can wait him out. And he definitely is trying to laser me with something. Going to go ahead and put it on the wanted. Our high value target is down. There's his grenade launcher attempt on me. It didn't work. It's clear. And I see another heavy brick there. So now I am golden. This means that I'm not going to waste any time with these guys. I'm going to take this guy down with the Beloved, or not the Beloved, but the Bygones. I'll put a rocket on this guy as soon as he settles down. That'll take care of him. So we're looking really good there. I'll go ahead and rocket that guy. 5 rockets should be all we need if we can get to the boss section. I'm not going to invade with rockets. It's not going to be worth my time. I'm going to hope that the other person goes in. I'm going to probably rocket that, realizing that there's no point wasting time. We actually need to get our motes in. And this was the other thing that irritated me about these guys. We kept getting the message, the drifter's message, to deposit because we had enough. And these guys kept collecting. And I thought about that meme song about, hey, how about you turn in your motes? I was kind of singing that in my head the whole time because these guys, they just wouldn't deposit. All right, and who knows? It could be they were working on bounties. And oftentimes in these game modes, the bounties work against actually playing the objective the way you should. And I don't know about using a super on that either. We probably want to have our super here in a minute for a couple of reasons. Like if you invade, you might want to have a super. All right, I'm going to try to get a shot on, yeah, I dump one down there and duck out because I'm taking a lot of heat, and they finish off that wizard. So I'm going to go for the one on the left here in just a second. I thought they already had him, and then I look down there and I see her, and I go, oh, we got to get her down. And this is a gamble on my part because I realize that if we don't get her down, we probably can't melt the boss fast enough to beat it. They will beat us out on this. So here we go. I'm just going to really just dump into her here. And this Bygones is doing good work. And I get her down to the point where I can melee her. And I do. And now we are within reach of taking the boss out. So I'm going to get on top, dump a rocket into it. I think we got an invader, kind of waiting him out. And I don't see any point taking another hit. Okay. Yeah, he's over there. He's blasting something up there. It's 6 seconds. We'll either get it or we won't. I'm going to drop a rocket down there. And see, we took a hit. I don't have any heavy. I pick it up. I've got it. I'm going to jump up here and put some in it. Now watch this finish. And try to tell me that I made the wrong choice. Well, right there I did. I was trying to bubble. But the decision to wait and then grab those rockets turned out to be the right one. And we wound up winning that match. And I finally completed Dredgen. Now, it's only 2020, and this has been out for, what, 3 years? But, I got another title tonight, another seal. And that's cool. And I guess mission accomplished on that. So, this is not my preferred game mode at all. Probably my least favorite. I prefer Crucible when we're evenly matched, but you know, for things that you can't control. Because if these guys are running around and just holding onto their moats, you know, needlessly, okay, fine. It worked out here, but typically it wouldn't. That would cost you a match. So it all worked out in the end. Got what I was after. Got a 1058 drop on my energy slot, which is helpful. I need only 1 point, and I'll be 1058, and then I'll start getting 1060 drops next week. So if my Crucible comes in on seal at 1058, I'm golden. So other than that, I have nothing to add. So thanks so much for watching. This is Iron Bill, and I'm signing out.